Hi, I'm Elizabeth at the Radford Public Library, and this week's book recommendation from me to you is for the book Normal People, written by Sally Rooney. This is not a new book. It was published in 2018, and at that time it was longlisted for the Man Booker Prize. Sally Rooney is an Irish author, and this book takes place in County Sligo in Ireland. It centers around two main characters and begins when these characters are teens, although it's not a teen book. You have Marianne Sheridan and Connell Waldron. They're both very successful students. They're very intelligent, but where Marianne is kind of aloof or odd or just kind of socially awkward, Connell is very popular. He's involved in sports. He's very well thought of. And so they don't really interact in school because they're in such different spheres, really. But Connell's mother cleans Marianne's mansion, her family's large home. And so when Connell goes to pick up his mother at the end of her shift at Marianne's family's house, he and Marianne will linger and talk, and from there develops a friendship and then a relationship and then a very profound romance. But unfortunately it's a romance that Connell wants to keep secret. So there's the big obstacle. It's quite damaging to their relationship and also to Marianne. And this book sees these two through a span of years, through college and into adulthood. There's so many steps of miscommunication and hurt and just general mistakes, but I think it's something that most of us can relate to in some way or another. It's about really love across class. It's about the power dynamics of social groups. It's about friendships and maybe even those friendships that aren't as genuine and certainly not as good for you as they could be. I found it to be a really interesting book, and I really enjoyed Sally Rooney's writing style. One of the reviews I read about her style, the New York Times critic said that she has an artery-nicking style of writing, and is so true. She can take such a brief sentence and make it just very powerful. So I highly recommend Normal People by Sally Rooney. And also, if you've heard about it, there's quite a buzz about the show, which is on Hulu right now. It's based on this book. The author of this book is a screenwriter, at least was for the pilot of the show by the same name on Hulu. I started out by watching the show first, which I never do. I always read the book first, but this time I watched the show first. I watched it, all 12 episodes, one day, and then the next day I really wanted to read the book and got a lot of insight into pieces and nuances that I may have missed in the show. But anyway, I recommend them both if you get the chance to read the book, watch the show, both titled Normal People. I hope you'll do it, and I will check in with you next week with another book recommendation. Thank you so much for listening.